All right, Dustin, why don't you start us off?
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to get a sense first off of just Jonathan Haynes' performance so far. Obviously, he's brand new to this. What's it like to get him assimilated, and what do you think he could bring to that safety room?
Well, of course, he just got here, so he's still learning. One of the things he does play, he's running around. He's giving us great effort. He puts time in. He's studying the defense, so he understands what's going on. He's a physical player. Where we can roll him down into the box, and when teams are running the football, he doesn't mind coming down, mixing it up. And so right now, we just, each day, just as we're working on the different coverages and defenses, the different calls, just focusing in on those. And so he'll get to the point where he knows them, and he's not really thinking, but he brings a lot of experience. He's played in a lot of football games. And so, being able to come into the conference and help us, and with the experience he has, that's a huge plus for us.
Yes, I'm sorry. I got locked up there for just a second. Jason, you guys have a nice amount of depth, which is not something that's always been the case in and around Indiana football. During the course of this first week or so, is there much interchanging of bodies between the ones and the twos and such, or is there sort of a pecking order that stays true during the course of each day?
Mm. Well, we're always evaluating. So after every practice, we had a scrimmage last week. After the scrimmage, and so having the depth and the competition, that's always good, because competition makes everyone better. So right now the depth charts is not set, so we have moved some guys around, just trying to get the best guys on the field. And if a guy's performing well with one group, his reward, we'll move him up with the next group to see how he handles it. So nothing's set in stone. It's still competition, and the guys are competing.
What have you seen from Raheem Lane so far in the back end? Has he kind of carried over from how he performed in the spring, and what are you trying to do to continue to develop him at that position?
He really has grown since this spring and matured at the becoming a safety. He's more vocal. That was the challenge when we left spring, is to be more vocal, line up and communicate to the guys that's on his side of the field, and he has done that. One of the things that he brings, he's a physical corner. So we moved him to safety. He's still coming down, being physical, and but he brings the cover skills. The skills that he had as a cover guy at corner. Now we have that at safety, and so we just got to continue to focus on just the man technique, and times when we ask him to play man-to-man, play with great technique. And the hardest, I think, the one thing that he's still working on is just when he's at safety, you're involved in the run a lot more. And so now it's just getting his run keys and knowing where to fit and things like that. But he's working hard. He's studying film. He's coming in extra, so he's doing a good job.
Hey, Jason, I know Jamar Johnson, the Denver, week one of the preseason just wrapped up. I'm just wondering, have you stayed in contact with him at all, and how important do you think it is for him to stay in contact with the program and with guys like newcomers, just, show them the way, because, he balled out all 3 years he was here?
I talked to Jamar, it was actually 2 nights ago. He called me. They just had wrapped up practice there, and he called me just checking in on the guys and asking how everybody was doing. And now the one thing about him, he stays in contact with the guys all the time. They text, and so he's informed and he knows what's going on. And actually this summer, when he was in town, when they had a break out of I think the rookie camp, he came in town and got a chance to see him and got a chance to see the guys. So he does stay in contact with us, and he supports the program and things like that. And he's always encouraging the guys and letting them know if their goals and and aspirations is to play on the next level. He's giving them tips, things that he's learning since he's gotten into the NFL. So, but they talk to him all the time.
I want to go back and ask about Raheem again. What is just generally the biggest transition piece when you're dealing with a guy, a more physical corner, when he goes to safety, basically? You mentioned obviously run keys being a big piece of it, but what were some of the other most important points that you had to learn switching over, and how was he just done with those transitions?
The biggest thing usually when you play corner, your corners, those guys are usually out there. They're playing man, and which they're going to just lock onto that wide receiver. They'll play cover 2 or they'll play cover 3. Within the defensive scheme, they're going to do one of those 3 things usually. Now when we moved him back to safety, now his job is to make the checks. His job is to tell the corner what we're playing. If it's 2x2, if it's 3x1, if it's empty, if it's a normal split, if it's condensed split. So when you move back to safety, you have to see the big picture, and you have to understand the big picture, because you have to communicate that to the other 10 guys on the field. So his job is to make sure the guys on his side of the field, they're on the same page. And the other safety, his job is to make sure everybody on that side of the field is on the same page. So he has to know what everybody's doing. I guess that's the biggest transition, moving in safety. You have to know what all 11 people are doing on the defense, because you're involved in it.
Okay, last one.
Yeah, just another question on Raheem too. For him to come in this late as a grad transfer, I mean, what was the communication process like? Did he have other options, or how did you kind of sell him on coming here?
On Jonathan Haynes. Yeah, Jonathan, he entered the portal, and when he entered, we have a lot of guys on the staff from Mississippi and from the South, so we knew some people that knew him, and he did have other options, and it was just a relationship, and he just wanted to go somewhere where he trusted the coaches, and he saw what we were doing here and the culture that we had, and just wanted to be a part of it.